After the break, find out what happens when Alison joined forces with Ant and Dec backstage at Britain's Got Talent, the champions. So we'll see you in a bit.
Hi!
Stop the television. Stop the television for a moment.
Stop this nonsense.
Stop the television.
Hi, Maggie. How are you?
Stop.
She looks
Maggie,
lovely.
you look gorgeous, by the way.
Hiya. How are you? How are you?
No, well, we
Good
were
morning.
fine. Lovely
Good
to
morning.
see you. Always good to see you. What you doing?
What are you doing here? Now, you're probably wondering why we've gate-crashed your lovely this morning
meant to be on VT.
makeover. We're not on VT. We're not on VT.
Because we've got a little surprise for you.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you realise, but it was 10 years ago, September 2009, that a fresh-faced Holly Willoughby joined a certain silver fox on the This Morning sofa. On the This Morning sofa for the very first time.
And the stars aligned, and a decade on, mornings without Philip and Holly would be like, well, fish without chips.
It would be like ice cream without jelly.
It would be Tom without Jerry.
We could go on, but we haven't got time.
We haven't got
have
time.
To get on.
We really haven't got time.
because you're going to throw away your script. You don't need your script for the rest of the morning.
Get rid of it.
You're
Get rid of it.
You're gonna
We're in charge now.
We're in charge because Philip and Holly, this morning, this is your anniversary.
Yeah! No, we haven't got the right. We've got to pay 300 quid to a guy next week. Now, there's a group of people waiting in the studio to help you celebrate your anniversary. And, of course, we've got a few surprises up our sleeve.
We certainly have. So you're going to come inside with us. You stay where you are. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. Come on, Maggie.
Follow us. Hold on, love. Come on.
Come on.
Thanks. This is weird. This is brilliant. Welcome back. Do not adjust your set.
No, do not. It is Ant and Dec. We have staged a takeover to celebrate 10 years of the reigning king and queen of This Morning sofa.
It's good, this, isn't it?
Good.
So if we're stood this way round, that makes me Phil, and you Holly. You're the woman. You're the lady.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first.
Wouldn't be the first.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the This Morning studio, Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby.
Thank you. How very lovely to see you.
Have you calmed down yet? Have you calmed down? All right.
We've been trying to book the pair of you for ages.
Have a seat.
I feel like you're about to tell us we're also leaving today.
No.
No.
You don't get away with it that easily.
We're in charge, so just sit there and enjoy yourself.
The little bit of champazzo, I thought that would brighten the night.
Now he's happy, isn't he? The old lush.
The family are here to help you celebrate as well. You will notice there are a few empty seats. I wonder who'll be coming to sit in those. We will find out as we go on.
Right, should we start?
Yeah.
Let's start at the very beginning then, shall we? It was September 2009 when you first sat on the This Morning sofa together, and the fun hasn't stopped since.
Good morning. Just as the title started, I said, "No, I'm not doing it."
What makes it an Italian sausage?
It's usually fatter and slightly bigger than the British one.
I'm so glad I asked.
No, I've never whizzed it over the kitchen.
No. If it had, like, ham in it, it's closer to a British carbonara.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. It's got nothing to do with macaroni cheese.
You have to stop. We're going on air very soon.
We are on the telly.
Yeah, sorry.
Since you've been up the fluff, or whatever it's called, it's been...
See, if you laugh out loud, now you've got to explain why you've laughed.
Yeah,
Got a
well-
sexy pig coming up soon. Oh, he's got a thing on.
Somebody knitted for me. I thought it was quite cute.
Get it out now. Funnily enough, I've never willy wanged since then.
There we go.
So sorry. 5 past 10.
11!
Well, I've still got a mouthful of beef.
Taz, you're just running! You are actually wearing a duvet.
I just fell down the kitchen sink.
Never gone to sleep with it in my hands.
Can you just stay and do me? You know when you don't know whether it's actually gone in because it's so smooth?
Such an
I'm
easy.
gonna like it here.
What does he want more than anything else in life? A sausage in the home.
Okay, that's it. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, have a lovely day.
Wow. Look at that. The last 10 years in a flash. Can you actually believe it's been 10 years?
No, it's
It doesn't
gone very
feel like
quickly.
it.
It has gone very quickly.
It really, it's funny because I started when Harry was born, so I had him and then came straight to work pretty much. So I know he's turned 10, but it doesn't feel like that at all, does it?
No,
At all.
and I think probably because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Time
I mean,
flies
yeah,
when
we
you have
do.
fun.
Yeah, we do lots of serious things, but we do lots of fun things, and it's like you guys. It's working with your best mate.
Yeah. There's
very
nothing
lucky.
better.
Very
Nothing
lucky.
better. You're so lucky, the pair of you. It's really
We
good.
are.
Anyway,
We are.
if there's
We
one...
are very lucky.
You are
We
very
really
lucky. Very lucky. We all are, let's be honest. We're all still getting away with it, let's be honest. Now, if there's one thing you can't say about Phil and Holly, they do enjoy a quirky guest or two.
You say quirky, I call them weird. Lots of weirdos that come in here. And there was this one guy with his special collection of adult dolls.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously anyone watching would think that seems a little strange that you would take them out. Where do you take them?
Yeah, we take them all round Herefordshire, garden centres, things like that,
What,
you know.
to
and
show
take
them the
photos.
sights?
Well,
Garden centres? That's the one for me. Garden centres.
Who could forget the watermelon crusher?
oh, yes. Go, yes, now.
So it doesn't slip out.
Right, I got... Oh, my gosh!
Wow! Thighs of steel.
Wow.
Thighs of steel.
Don't take her to a garden centre, you'll have nothing left. But it was this next guest we really wanted to talk about. Look at this.
All morning, our very special painter, Tim Patch, has been working tirelessly to perfect this morning's very first penis-painted artwork. Goodness only knows where we're going to hang it.
I use everything around down there, really. My bum, cheeks and testicles and bum
The whole
fat.
shebang.
Are you painting in a state of happiness?
It depends if it's PG or not.
Happiness. Happiness. A state of happiness.
Happiness. That was artist Tim Patch, also known as Picasso.
Bet you never thought you'd say that.
Just enjoy that.
He actually did quite a good job, though. That is
Well, he
quite
did.
enlightening.
The
Do
worrying
the
thing
picture,
is,
guys.
yeah, the worrying thing is if you just don't look too closely
Hold on, I'm gonna
at the
cut.
end of my nose.
You can
Oh, there's a hair. There's a hair.
That's been hanging on our editor's office wall ever since.
Have you kept that, or does that stay here?
It's been on his
stays
wall.
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's a little bit like the school hamster. You know, we share it, have it for 3 months, you have it for 3 months.
Yeah, we cherish it.
Well, listen, we've got a surprise for you because Picasso has been busy once again.
No!
And he sent you a very special message.
Good day, Holly and Philip. Picasso here in Australia. Congratulations, of course, on your 10th anniversary of shows. I know there'll be many more. Anyhow, it's been my honour to be asked to paint a special anniversary portrait of you. I know it's a little bit cheeky, but what can you expect, seeing it's painted with my Willie?
I mean, he really shouldn't have.
You'd prefer it if he didn't have. Well, we have got a bit of an update for you. Picasso, he popped that painting in the post. It's been winging its way over all the way from Australia.
The team were excited. They heard it landed yesterday, and then it got impounded. Seriously.
Has it really?
It's been
Yeah.
impounded. We're not joking. It has been detained at Heathrow Airport with customs and excise. We've been on the phone last night. The producer spent all night on the phone to HMRC explaining we needed the penis painting released. They didn't care. They were having none of it.
We need the penis painting. Click, burr.
We haven't got it.
But we have got a taste. Who
No,
wrote
that's
that?
the wrong-
Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
That's the wrong word to use.
We are. I tell you what, Kem, come out here.
We've got a preview.
We've got a little print. We've got a little print. of what it's like, and we get you the real...
Ant and Dec made that themselves for you guys.
Well, that's lovely. Hello, by the way.
I thought you were doing a showbiz item today.
You know, I sort of prefer a copy of it, a sort of laser print rather than
Yeah, you
real
don't want
thing.
to touch it, do
No.
you?
I just love
real
the
thing,
fact.
let's
I
face it.
love the fact that the original is now with custom.
Yeah. Shall we just leave it there?
Let's
okay,
leave it
fine.
Let's just ignore
Don't pay the duty on it.
No.
Leave it with them.
Let's
There
just
you
leave
go.
it there.
Thank you, Picasso. Now, there's someone else who certainly left their mark on the This Morning sofa every time she visited.
Quite literally. Last time, she dropped a load of ice cream on there, didn't she?
Miriam.
We almost had an issue with the ice cream.
That was almost a row. Miriam nearly kicked off. I'm making it a really long question so you can swallow that.
No, it's all right. I'll talk with my mouth full.
OK.
No, I didn't fart everywhere. Come on. I know how to behave. Don't you get nervous?
I do, yes.
Well, there you are. It's good because it makes you crackle a bit.
Right.
And I can see you're crackling.
I'm very nervous.
You are really trying to get your tongue right into that, aren't you?
That's what tongues are for.
If there's anybody watching from Call the Midwife, you'd like
Yeah.
to do that. You'd be perfect in there.
I love that programme.
It's happened!
Yay!
Hello.
Hi.
Is it you I have to thank for this?
Yes!
I'm in Call the Midwife and I owe this entirely to Philip and Holly.
Miriam.
Thank you.
Favourite.
She is just amazing.
Thank you very much. Well, sadly, she couldn't be with us this morning. She couldn't be here, but she couldn't let...
Been held up at custom.
She's been impounded. No, she couldn't let this special celebration pass without popping in.
So, live from Australia via satellite.
No way.
It's time to say good morning, Miriam Margolyes. Are you there, Miriam?
Miriam!
Hi.
Believe it or not, I am. I am, and I want to wish you, all of you, what is it, a happy 10th anniversary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that you were that close, actually. But it's lovely. And
Miriam, what would you like to say to Phil and
I'm
Holly?
thrilled. Well, I'd like to say thank you and bless you, and I hope you keep going. I hope you can gather the energies yet again, because it's remarkable what you're doing, you know. I mean, you all sounded completely bonkers just then. I couldn't quite make out what was happening. It seemed to be a penis lying around. But anyway, whoever it belonged to, all the best.
And that is
Miriam,
why you are our favourite guest.
You come on the show a lot and you come and see Philip and Holly quite a bit. What is it you enjoy so much about coming to This Morning?
Well, they're such darlings. You know, they seem to be genuinely interested in everybody they talk to.
Yeah, we tend that to
and that's
everybody.
quite rare. No, but when you're watching it, I mean, coming on the show is gorgeous because they treat you well and they're sweet and welcoming, and I love it. I love coming on, but
And you get free
when
ice
I
cream.
watch it, I'm always impressed. Don't interrupt, darling. I'm talking. And,
Yes, darling. You tell her, Miriam.
You've been told, Declan.
You carry on, love. Carry on as long as you want. The show's yours.
No, the funny thing is that I've actually always wanted to meet Ant and Dec. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And I can't meet you
We'd love
now
to meet
because
you.
I'm far, far away. But when I come back one day, perhaps I'll get to talk to you, even on this lovely show that,
Well,
that
let's
you're
hope
on
so.
now.
We'll get our people to talk to your people and we'll see if we can sort something
How
out.
did this end up being about you?
Just us, guys. Miriam, thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Miriam.
indeed. Thanks for
Thank
joining
you so
us.
much.
Time in Australia.
Bless you.
Bye, Miriam.
It's not
Give her
about
a
me.
wave.
It's not about me. It's about you. It's about
Thank you, darling.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Crackers, isn't
Looking
she?
sun-kissed, wasn't she?
Yes.
Very sun-kissed.
Sun-kissed and crackers, as normal. Now, speaking of absent friends, we've got a message from someone who desperately wanted to be here for the celebration.
But sadly, he was just about to get on a plane, but before it was doors to manual, Mr. De Campo had this to say.
Gino.
Philip and Holly. Congratulations, guys. 10 years together. I remember like it was yesterday, Holly, when you came to this morning. You were nervous. You were just like a little puppy. And now look, you are becoming the queen of British television. Philip, you don't look one day older than 10 years ago. I don't know what kind of moisturizing you're using, but my friend is definitely working. Thank you so much for always helping me in the kitchen whenever I need your help, and for all the laughs and for all the beautiful times we spent together. Long live the king and long live the Queen of British TV. I love you guys. I will see you very soon. Mwah. Ciao.
Ciao.
Isn't that nice?
And he's sticking with the accent.
Yeah,
Definitely sticking with the
Nice for him to take time out of potting in his garden shed there by the look of it.
When you watch that, you can see how much he shakes, though, can't you?
I got you. Oh, we miss him. We do miss you, Gino. Thank you very much. Still to come, we've got lots more surprises up our sleeves, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
What is happening?
Welcome back, yes. This morning, Philip and Holly, this is your anniversary.
We've stormed the show, taken the reins as we look back at 10 years of one of the finest TV partnerships in history.
That's right, one of.
One of.
There are other partnerships available. And speaking of talent, it's time to find out what the loose women are up to this morning. Morning, ladies.
Morning. Hello, guys. Happy anniversary, Holly.
Yeah.
It's a day of surprises on ITV because later on we're going to be celebrating our Body Stories campaign in a very special way with the help of some women who say it's changed their life. And Mel B is back with more Spice Girls revelations, telling us why she's moved in with her mum. And if you were asking if you were secretly thrilled to get your freedom back when your kids started school, all that at 12:30.
Thank you, ladies. Now, while this morning's sofa is a place for lots of laughs, it also sees its fair share of hard-hitting and emotional issues.
Yes, Phil and Holly, we know you're very proud of Project 84, aren't you?
Yeah.
Project 84 highlighted issues around male suicide and has saved the lives of over 200 men. And we're joined this morning by Simon Gunnan from mental health charity Calm. Simon, morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, thanks. What kind of difference did the campaign make?
It made a really tangible difference straight away. We changed government, didn't we? We had a minister appointed. It gave hope to countless thousands of people who I think otherwise wouldn't have had it. And it has, as you say, literally saved hundreds of lives. The use of our helpline has doubled, and awareness of the issue and the solutions, especially the angle of survival and hope and happiness and joy, has been given to thousands of people. You've done an amazing thing.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And your Be Kind campaign has also helped countless bullied children. Lucy Alexander, who's the mum whose words inspired the campaign, is also here. Lucy, you must be so proud of everything you've achieved.
I'm very proud, but I'm also very grateful for all the support I've got from the charities I've worked with and for the Be Kind campaign. It's been enormously helpful to have such a huge and supportive platform to give children a voice and look after them in schools.
Absolutely. Such great work that you've done.
Yeah.
But it's hard to remember a guest that has touched your hearts more than the story of Singe Green and his boys Finn and Reef.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
When devoted mother Kate Green discovered that her breast cancer was terminal, she compiled a list of things she'd like her husband to do with their children in her memory.
From kissing the boys 2 times a night to finding himself another wife, Kate wanted to help the man she loved create the best life for their sons when she was gone.
And I was always the positive one in the relationship to say, you're going to be fine. But she kept coming out and I said, you're going to have to write a list down. And love her, she did. And we've...
Sorry.
You're okay.
Sorry, boys.
Give her a hug.
Come over and give her a cuddle.
Give her a hug.
Come over and give her a cuddle. You're
Like
allowed.
that.
Go on, that's it. That's it. That's it. There you go. You can do. Come over. She does that.
I'm a very silly lady. The movie I watched last night, and it is just extraordinary.
Me and Kate put the ingredients together for a firework. Rachel helped me write the book. She put it all together as the firework. And you lit the blue touch paper, because that went, it went now, it's global.
Wow.
That was a
Lovely, what lovely.
Yeah.
Just lovely.
Just an incredible family. And that story, I remember in the car reading the notes, and I was already going, I was thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do this, especially when you're sitting in front of the 2 children. It was really tough, but what an incredible family they were. Amazing.
Well, you're about to see them again.
Am I?
Singe and the boys join us now with some very exciting news. Come on in.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Can I get a hug this time?
Now Give you a hugger. Hello. How are you? Lovely to see you.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, boys. How are you? How are you? Nice to meet you.
I can't believe the boys.
Take a seat.
You're like your men.
Take a seat, gentlemen, and tell Holly and Phil all the exciting news.
Since what's been going on?
Well, loads. I've got married.
Hey, congratulations!
I'm punching well above my weight, as always. The movie comes out on national TV this Sunday. The film's gone around the world, and we're still living it and doing it. Doing the list.
Well, congratulations to you. I can't believe, I mean, your boys, look how big they are. They've grown up so much. So much. Honestly, I remember that interview I had with you. It was one of the toughest ones I've ever had to do because I tried to dig really deep for that and pull myself together, but actually...
You started to go very early.
Even as I was reading it.
When her voice starts to waver just a little bit, oh, she's going.
But you know what? It taught me... I learned a lesson that day, which is sometimes it doesn't matter, because if I was watching that story at home and I was watching, you know, you hosting it with Fern back in the day, I'd have been feeling exactly the same way. It was just, you know, it was your story.
It was such a powerful story. I watched it back again yesterday and I was in tears myself watching it. And since the family's got a little bigger as well, hasn't it?
We've got a big brother for these guys to sort of hang around with. So like 3 musketeers at our house. It's like Kevin and Perry go large.
Tell us some details. How did you meet your wife?
I met her, believe it or not, in Scouts. I walked in and she walked across in front of me and I was there like rabbit in headlights, and the Scout leader walked behind me and goes, "You've got no chance." So I went, challenge accepted, and I managed to talk her into dating, and then 5 years ago now, and then now we're married.
Are you not a bit old for Scouts?
Well, you know, training them up, teaching them knots and stuff.
How about the list then? Anything else on the list that you want to do?
We've worked really hard. The boys are now all scuba diving. So,
really?
Full qualified scuba divers.
Oh, certified as well.
Yeah. So Mum would be proud, and you know we've worked really hard on doing all these things on the list. We've still got a few obviously to do, and we still keep redoing a few things as well. So you know it's the club biscuits come in, and you know, and all the things that everybody was amazed about that Kate had written in the list. But Lindsay's fantastic, and she really looks after us all. The boys call her Mum now, which is really lovely. You know, we've done America again, and we've done some amazing things. We've travelled the world doing our list as we go. So
best thing on the list.
Probably the roller skating.
Was it? Was it the Natural History Museum?
Yes.
For both of you?
Yeah, it was really good.
That was down to you, honestly. I was going to kill Finn by the time, because I said to him all in the green room that don't mention it. And then obviously
first thing
when you interviewed him.
Because you have to. Use your
And the rugby in Ireland.
The volley, that was amazing. The flipping game was amazing. I tried. So, we were there. Finn was a bit upset that England didn't win, but this great big bearded Irishman pulled him out of his seat and jiggled him about and said, "You haven't won the game, but you won the trophy." And that was it. It was brilliant.
Amazing.
But, it was just... how you did it, I don't know. And it was my birthday as well.
Yeah.
So it was just fantastic. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Great to see you.
Thanks for coming back. Good to see you. Cheers, guys. Now, when you think of Philip and Holly, it's fair to say that one word almost always springs to mind.
Competitive.
Yes.
Competitive.
But sometimes it all goes a little bit too far, doesn't it, Philip? Just a little bit too far. Doesn't it, Philip?
Why is it always me?
Well, take a look at this.
Okay. Oh my goodness. The time starts now. Oh, we're shaking. Are you all right? How you feeling?
It's now spreading through the whole of my tongue.
You're amazing.
Man alive.
How bad is it?
My tongue is really, really bad.
Have some ice
You can't talk.
All down my throat.
I don't know how you're doing this.
Neither do I. My tongue feels like it's out of Stranger Things.
It's going to spread to your stomach, and then you know where it's going to go next. I mean, this is the gift that keeps on giving, this one. Is it really bad?
It's really, really bad.
Babes, you're not in competition with anyone. Holly's not doing it.
I'm in competition with the world.
Do you wish you hadn't done it now?
I reckon you'll be in the Guinness Book of Records.
I love a challenge.
I mean, you could be added to the
I want my prize.
wall of infamy.
I want my prize. Oh, man.
7, 8, you've done it! Your face has
gone grey. My face is matching my hair.
Action.
Oh, that's actually really, really painful now. Oh.
You were not in a good way.
So, talk to us about the day after.
Well, the day after.
Do you have to?
You know the song. I fell into a...
Leave it there.
But the thing is that when it gets to your stomach, and you couldn't drink milk the minute you did. The time stopped, and that was it. And I was in competition with the world. I think I beat the world, but they just won't recognise it.
Right,
But
obviously.
as I left, I said to Holly, there's a paramedic came to the studio, left, and Holly said, "I'll hold your hair back for you."
True friend.
Yeah.
What a true friend.
I'm so happy that just happened because you always think it's me that's the most competitive. I mean, you nearly killed yourself. Like, you do not look like a well man. And when you watch it back,
I had something to prove.
Well, just run me through this. So there was no official record, nor you haven't received any prize for doing it.
No.
Yeah, all right.
It was kind of pointless.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just trying to work this out in my own head. Why would you do such a thing to
It's the
yourself?
most incredible pain, and I got
Nothing in return.
Well done, you. But that's not the only time this morning's gone slightly off the rails, is it?
No, it certainly isn't. We couldn't look back at 10 years of Philip and Holly without digging this one out of the archive.
National Television Award goes to... this morning.
I haven't been home yet.
Why would you have mint sauce?
Can I just show you? So this is my lovely, lovely dress. Loved my dress. White was obviously a bit dodgy. Can you see the yellow stains and all sorts of stuff? Now, before you jump to any conclusions where these mysterious yellow stains might have come from, I can tell those, in fact, mustard and piccalilli.
So yeah, we're in a proper mess.
I mean, we really are. I can only apologise for what's supposed to happen, but thank you so much for making this happen. It really does mean the absolute world. And we celebrated on behalf of each and everyone.
Can you just confirm, Holly, what was on the dress? Mustard
and piccalilli.
Mustard and
why I was
piccalilli.
talking like that?
I don't know.
I think I was just trying to really hold it together.
Yeah.
So
You tried to
everything
sound
was
posh and professional. I think that's
Strangely, though, if you think about it, it's the first time that 4 people involved in that night might have been together on the television at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That moment,
I'd like to say it was probably our fault.
Some of it.
Some of it.
Some of it.
Whose pie face game was it?
It was my pie face.
Yeah.
It's my house.
There you go. Look,
Oh,
there
guys,
it
it's
is.
my fault. There you go. It was my fault. Good night, though, eh?
Mine had
was a
chili
good night.
sauce in mine.
Yes.
And then I think your wife rubs it in your face.
Yeah,
Yeah, she does. That's your
Yeah,
wife
she
at the
does.
end there. Sorry about that, guys.
It was
Crazy days. Those crazy days.
Crazy days.
All changed now.
I remember the next day waking up feeling like death, switching on the TV, seeing you guys there and thinking, I'm glad I'm not them.
I know.
I'm glad I'm not on
I
telly.
remember looking at him going, is this okay? I mean, is anyone going to come in and stop us? Is this all right?
At what point during the morning did you start?
Well, when the
thinking, oh, this is
lieutenant
a bad
walked in
idea?
with a massive cake,
Oh, yeah.
and I was sort of eating it with a wooden spoon like a bowl of soup, I just thought this has
We
to
got to the first break, the only time I was... Because, you know, I think we were in control enough for it to be OK.
And funny.
We were allowed on the telly. Our boss was quiet in the gallery, so we thought, it is OK, everything's fine. Although we did hear him say, give him another drink.
Really?
Yeah. But it was only, I think, about the second commercial break when you said, oh, I think I'm feeling a bit sick now. That's when I thought we might lose this.
We've gone too far.
Yeah.
We've gone too far. But you only do that once. You never do that ever again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And a quick word on the NTAs, of which you've been very successful every year with this
As of
morning.
yourself?
Well, stop it.
Thank you, Holly.
But yeah, you know, you seem to pick up an NTA every year. It's a great.
So do you.
Thank you, Philip.
What point are you making here?
We just wanted to talk about the NTA.
How many have you got? I've seen your show.
But it's a lovely night, isn't it? And you must appreciate the audience always voting for you every year.
You must as well.
No, but you must. We're just saying
No,
you
we
get it
do.
every year
Absolutely.
and thoroughly deserved.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed. No, we're very, very
Never
proud of
ever
them.
take it
And that
for
one, actually, we've never washed it, and that one's just a bit
Ooh,
sticky.
it's covered in mustard and piccalilli. Well, we've got a few more guests who want to say hello now.
Well, we know how much you loved it when these guys popped in.
Just so heartwarming, that is. And here, with a little surprise, it's Niamh, Simeon and Seb and their mums from the charity Wouldn't Change a Thing. In you come, guys.
Lovely to see you. You look
lovely to see you all.
You look amazing.
Hiya. Thanks for coming back.
Niamh.
Very.
They're busy. They're busy.
Have you now here?
Come over here.
Come and talk to me.
Come here.
Now
Give me
I've heard that you've learned a new song especially for Philip and Holly. Is that right? What is it? What's the song that you've learned?
If I do more.
You've got a friend in me.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the one.
You've got a friend in me. Well, thank you. We're going to hear...
Especially for you two.
Especially for you two. We're going to hear the guy sing in a minute.
Oh, my
Just
God.
a minute. But before that, we have talked quirky guests, getting competitive, and that famous night, morning after the night before.
It all felt like one
There
night.
is really only one way to sum up the reigning king and queen of this morning. And it looks a bit like this.
You're doing it on telly, so you don't wear your pants.
I said, I'm back.
Run, BT, for God's sake. What's the matter with you?
I don't know, not actually nothing. I've just got gills. But it's sandy clam stuck in your throat.
What the hell was that? What was that noise? You've never made that noise.
Stop my face.
Go to the break. We've just got the sound. I want that as my ringtone.
You got to stop.
You started it.
This is the danger of putting two gigglers together on the telly. You just set each other up all of the time, don't you?
But we love it. We love watching it. So, Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, all that remains to say is this is your anniversary. There you go, guys. Congratulations.
And here with a special performance of You've Got a Friend in Me, it's the children and grown-ups from Wouldn't Change a Thing. Take it away, kids!
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me.
You got it.
Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you to Ant and Dec.
Well done, Archie.
What an incredible morning. Thank you, guys, so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure. I mean,
so
let's
glad
face
you
it,
did
we've
it.
all been upstaged by Archie here.
Yes, we have. Thank you.
So much. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone over there. Thank you, darling. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye.